Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Michael PokeOz here. Thanks everyone for the feedback regarding the 6,000 subscribers. It isn't stopping, so if you, I'm not stopping videos. If you like the channel and you feel like you get something out of it and you want to be part of that collecting/investing community, please, if you've got the time, click the subscribe button. It means a lot. The videos will keep rolling through. I aim for 3 a week. You know what it's like, it's hard working a full-time job and trying to do a hobby on the side, but I love it heaps, so I'm going to keep doing it. Anyway, today's video is all about the levels of collecting. Now, I want you to have a think about where you're currently at. When I rank these levels, it's not just based on the amount of product you've got or what product you've got, but I suppose your experience that comes with it. So without further ado, let's kick off with level 1. Now, I see level 1 pretty simply, and just to give you a little bit of background, that criteria is based off the product plus the knowledge, because you can have all the product and maybe even $1 million worth of product, but if you don't have the knowledge and have parked it in the correct spot, then it can be a bit worthless, for lack of a better word. So, right, level 1. This is what I think level 1 is. Level 1 is someone that's probably just got into the hobby, they've got extremely limited knowledge, and they're probably just putting their foot into the water when it comes to sealed product. So maybe they've picked up something like a little collection tin, which has a couple of booster packs inside it and a sticker. Low entry point price, low chance of, I suppose, going up in value. Some of them are cool, particularly the Celebrations ones. I love the Celebration ones, but sort of low chance of it going up in price and not overly liquid. Or maybe they've just, picked up a couple of loose booster packs at the local store, and their sealed collection for Pokemon investing consists of, a couple of loose booster packs and maybe a tin or two. Or maybe they've picked up, a collection box that they saw at Walmart or Target or Kmart here in Australia. And again, this is all based on sealed, by the way. I'm not talking singles. This is sealed product. So, that's quite possibly where someone at level 1 would sit. Very limited knowledge. In fact, just entered the hobby and maybe just bought themselves a couple of packs or tins. Now, level 2, on the other hand, I think level 2 is where someone would start parking a little bit more money into the investment or into the hobby, but are parking it in the wrong spot. For example, if you've joined the Poke Investing Reddit, what do you call them on Reddit? They're not channels, are they? Community, whatever they're called. But if you've joined the Reddit Poke Investing community, subreddit, whatever it's called, you'll notice that a lot of people, and it sort of annoys me seeing these posts, nothing I can do about it. Everyone's at their own stage, but they'll go, here's my sealed collection. How did I do? It's this culmination of, here's my sealed collection. How did I do? Look at the Pokemon cards that I found in my grandmother's attic. Like, I don't know, can we weasel those out and actually have some serious discussion on there? But what you'll see is a lot of people go, here's my Pokemon collection. How did I do? And really, it's just almost a reflection of leftover stock from Target or Walmart or here in Australia, Kmart, that no one else seems to want to buy. Like, you'll see a bunch of, if we rewind the clock back, Alakazam V boxes from Vivid Voltage. Or you'll just see these, a poster collection from Japanese 151. You'll see a Crown Zenith box with 10 or 11 booster packs inside it, however many there were, and maybe just these bulk collection boxes. And the commentary beneath when someone's how did I do, like they've probably gone out and spent $2,000 on all these boxes, and everyone in the comments basically goes, hey, look, you probably need to diversify into maybe some booster boxes or some Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Those are the things that, I suppose are more liquid to sell in the future and are likely to go up in value more. So I suppose for me, a level 2 collector is someone that's probably spent a little bit more money, but they haven't really honed the direction that they want to spend it in. It's a bunch of boxes, like collection boxes, which, I mean, I bought this just because really, I don't know, I wanted to spend some money on Pokemon cards and I bought it. And you know what? It's probably still worth 3 years later exactly what I paid for it. So, I mean, by all means, these collectors at level 2 might have spent $3,000 or $2,000 on sealed product in boxes and other things that, maybe it's building battle kits. in 3 years' time, it might still be worth exactly what they paid for it. And then to even get their money back, they've got to liquefy it, which means they've got to sell it. And then if they're selling it, they're going to cop fees and they're going to cop postage and they might get returns. And all of a sudden, you know, the $3,000 you spent or the $2,000 you spent, you try and recoup it and you struggle to even get it back. So level 2 is you're upping the collection, but you're spinning your wheels. You're putting it in the wrong places. And you know what? There's probably some people starting the hobby, and we can all admit it, that have come in and they've spent the money in that sort of area and it's really not making them many gains, because investing is all about getting a return. It's all about spending money and making it. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying I'm all about. I'm all about, I suppose, the collection/investing side of it. But if we're talking solely investing, that's what it's about. It's about making a return. And, you know, that level isn't going to make a return. Now, level 3, and this might sound a bit harsh, but if I were to put myself on a level, I would put myself on level 3. And you might think, well, hold on, aren't you supposed to be some sort of guru? I don't know, I've got lots of knowledge. I've been in this hobby since I was forever and a day. Like, I have never stopped collecting Pokemon cards and other TCGs, and I've been selling on eBay for 12 plus years, 13 years. So I'd like to think I know a bit about the investing side, but I don't have heaps of skin in the game, and that's a conscious decision on my part. So level 3, I'd say, is you really start to hone your skill. You really start to hone where you park your money, but it's not huge amounts of money. I don't know what my collection would be worth. I haven't gone through every single sealed product and added it up. I don't know. I don't really want to put a figure on it, but somewhere around 20 to 30,000 US, I imagine, in sealed Pokemon card products. What have I spent? Somewhere around 10 to 15,000 at a guess. Like, I've only really started in the last 4 years, like towards the end of Sun and Moon era, because, you know, the rest of my time was spent opening and selling. That's what I did. I bought, you know, cases as cheap as I could, and I would open, get cards for the collection, sell off, maybe sell off a booster box after it made a little bit of profit. Like, I was never in it for the long haul. And if I look back and reflect back, and I've said this before, I wish I'd kept them. I wish I'd kept cases of EX Holland Phantoms. I didn't. And, you know, I'm ruining that decision to this day. So, you know, I sort of dug my heels in 2019, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to start collecting/investing, get an awesome display. And you know what? If it goes up in value, sweet. And now I'm really quite selective where I park my money. I like to buy one of each ETB and one of each booster box just because I like the collecting side. But when it comes to actually investing, you know, I'm really, I suppose, crucial about where I park my money. So I think that's where level 3 on the Pokemon investing scale sits. You've probably got a pretty sizable collection. Maybe it's a $20,000 collection or a $15,000 collection or a $30,000 collection, but you've made conscious decisions. You're not just going out and spending bulk like $30,000 buying every, you know, container off the shelf at Walmart or Target or Kmart here in Australia. You're making conscious decisions. You're going, right, I've done the research, and lots of it, not just a little bit. I've done lots of research. I've listened to Michael from PokeOz, and he seems to know what he's talking about. You know, I've gone and bought Japanese 151 booster boxes, or I've gone and bought EV Heroes booster boxes. You know, I've bought a couple of Cosmic Eclipse boxes in the past. I've gone and bought, you know, Lost Origin. I'm not saying I'm just hypothetically speaking, so I'm talking in third person here. You know, I've gone out and bought Celestial Storm Elite Trainer boxes. And you know what? Those conscious decisions based on how good the set is, how good the chase cards is, the print run of the cards, I time the market. You know, you've done all these things that make for the right moves in Pokemon investing, and you're starting to see the gains on top of that. And, you know, that's where, for me, a level 3 investor sits. And now you might think, well, geez, what's level 4 and what's level 5? Level 4 for me is, you know, I've seen this picture online. It's been on forever and a day. Level 4, I guess I'd almost call those people that have been lucky over the years. And this sounds like, you know, maybe there's not a great deal of experience in it, because I think that's safe for level 5, that ultimate level of experience. But level 4, I think, is people that have had boxes in the past and sat on them. You know, whether they meant to or not doesn't really matter, because the fact of the matter is they've got them and it's worth lots. So if you bought Wizards of the Coast era boxes 10 years ago, you know, or even 8 years ago or 6 years ago, when, you know, base set unlimited boxes were still in the low thousands, not the, I don't know, what are they now, 10,000 US or something, 12,000 US, 20,000 US, whatever they are. Or you've got EX series boxes, or you started to buy booster boxes during the black and white era and you got a case of Plasma Storm sitting around, and you paid retail, which, I don't know, 800 US or 600 US or whatever you paid for, close enough to retail price for that booster box. You may call those people lucky, or you may say that's just experience. They held on because maybe they knew something that we didn't. All these Neo series boxes or Gym series boxes, like this picture that I got up on the screen, like that is an extremely expensive collection. It's been online forever and a day, and maybe it's I don't know whose it is, by the way. If you know, let me know. Maybe it's a reel in, come to my store, whenever you type in Pokemon Booster Box and you search price high to low, which people do. People always search price low to high, but they also search high to low just to see what it's about. And then you click on that and you go, oh, what else has he got in his store? And then all of a sudden it's a bit of a reel in to buy something off there. Don't know. But you get my point. That's where I think level 4 sits, this almost unconscious knowledge, and you've got, not lucky, there's a better word than lucky, some sort of skill involved in that, which sort of leads to level 5. And I think level 5 is the ultimate. These are people that not only make really, really strict conscious decisions about what product they buy, they also time the market extremely, extremely well. So we're buying at the absolute low, and they're also putting heavy skin in the game. And this man, of course, comes to mind. You've seen him all over YouTube before. He's been here forever and a day. He has some great takes on all TCG investing, particularly obviously Magic the Gathering. But the knowledge, without having super knowledge about what cards come inside a set and the absolute ins and outs of Pokemon, his broad knowledge about TCGs that he can drill down into with Pokemon, just makes for a really strict, solid, sound investing strategy, and it puts him at level 5. I mean, there's a video, if you haven't seen it, we're not affiliated at all, but have a look at it. It's $3 million. He put $3 million into modern Pokemon card investing. So, and it all started, I think, with from his side of it, without going into heaps of detail, but XY Evolutions and not being able to sell it at $80 a box back when it was out because it was just overprinted to the ground, and just thought, stuff it, I'm going to put it away. And we've heard it at Rudy from Alpha Investments bathroom, where it's just chock-a-block full of Evolutions, and then all of a sudden Evolutions went to $200 a box and $500 a box, and wherever it sits now, $600 or $700 a box. And he realized the investment vehicle that Pokemon could be. And when you get to level 5, you are actually using it as an investment vehicle to become quite wealthy. Like, not just a little bit wealthy, but a lot. Like $3 million, right? And he has the capacity to sell those boxes. It's not like you're just going to go, bang, like I sold all 496 cases. Like, you're not going to do that. You're going to have to drip feed it into the market. Otherwise, you're going to flood the market when it comes time to sell it. But even if you sell them all over a 6-month period, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a great deal. You could list a house on the market and it takes 3 or 4 months to sell, or 6 months sometimes. So, Pokemon investing, if it takes you 6 months to sell your product, like, don't stress. So what I'm getting at is he could have banked $3 million or poured $3 million into Pokemon card investing in sets like Chilling Reign, in sets like Fusion Strike, in sets like Battle Styles even. And okay, let's dollar cost average it out. That amount of purchase, that amount of purchasing power, like, even if we're in at round numbers, and he wouldn't be, he'd be under this. But say you're in $100 a box, he's probably more in at like $80 a booster box. But say you're in at 100, all you need is for those boxes to move to 200, and you're right, you've doubled your money. So if you buy $3 million of boxes, realistically, probably at $80 a box, and all of a sudden they go to 200, take out your fees, take out your shipping, you're still doubling your money. Even if you can pocket 160 US out of that, you've turned your 3 million. Say it takes you 6 months to sell that amount of product. You've turned your 3 million into 6 million. You have. Like, that is level 5 investing. I would love to hear people's comments on the topic. Please leave them down below. Where would you put yourself on the scale, 1 through 5? There's no harm in saying, look, I'm new to the hobby, I'm number 2. This is why I'm watching the channel, to try and get some advice out of it. But yeah, please let me know where you sit. I'm Michael, Spokey Oz. Catch everyone next time.